welcome to Candy's Kitchen Table Tarot. My name's Candy. Here's my kitchen table. Here's some tarot. Today we are doing What's the Tea? I wanted to do What's the Tea on voting? Does it matter? Do our votes matter? I was reading something about in America specifically that because of so few own so much of the wealth and own so much of everything, that it actually doesn't matter how we vote, because what matters is what the few think and what they want. So I thought, which I don't want to be like Pollyanna about it, but I was brought up, you know, that democracy matters, your vote matters. So I thought I'd ask the tarot, does our vote matter? Does voting matter? Like, in terms of, does voting change things? Does it change policy? Do we really have control in that way, right? So when we vote, do we actually, does it matter? Like, do the people make the decisions, or is it that the few, right? The few, the owners. Ugh. Okay, I'm a little nervous. So I'm going to pull 3 cards on this. I'm going to say upright cards mean voting matters. In terms of, like, voting does bring change, voting does affect policy, and cards reversed would mean, it doesn't matter. Your vote, right? Not like your life. Okay, here we go. What's the tea on voting? In America, I'll say, right? In the States. Does voting change anything in the United States? Like, does it change policy? Does changing politicians change policy? Or does it matter who you vote for or what you vote for? Or is it only those who are at the very top, the owners, like George Carlin called them, right? Or is it just the owners that decide everything? Okay, upright voting matters. First, it doesn't. Okay, here we go. What's the tea? La la la. Yeah. Okay. Queen of Pentacles reversed. The World upright. King of Wands upright. Voting matters. Okay, we do have this Queen of Pentacles. We'll look at her in a minute. All right, so basically, yes, your vote does change policy, because in the world, there's this World card here. It's like, I guess, because they're the positive is, it's like, it's not a handful of people who own everything, but it's like 200 or something, right? It's like a very small amount of people. So in terms of volume and numbers, it does matter, even though altogether we don't own a quarter as much. And the King of Wands here also, it reiterates that, because the King of Wands is the master of, like, throwing their weight around. I mean, that's a crude way of putting it, but, and again, you have this map here and you have this, like, sovereignty. So it's like, the policies that we vote for at this time. It could, it could change, but it's like there's still a lot of power in with the people in these United States. I am curious about this Queen of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to pull a clarification for her. I'll pull clarification for her here. Could I have a clarification for the Queen of Pentacles reverse, please? King of Cups reversed. What does this mean? I'm just going to talk this out. So the Queen of Pentacles is my like work from home card. She's like successful self-employment. She's very generous. Oh, okay. I think what this is saying is it's important to vote actually, because what the owners, like what they think is, or what they feel is important, like what they care about, right? Um it almost like directly um hurts um the general population. So, for instance, like they want the owners, or the top 1%, whatever, they want, they want tax cuts for themselves. Of course they do. But those tax cuts do not help the everyday artist, the people at home. It doesn't bring emotional fulfillment. Like it doesn't, like for instance, like how they the 1%, right, will be very invested in their corporations, in their data centers, in like giving reducing the minimum wage, making more money for them doesn't help the quality of life for everybody else. So because they're only thinking about their own fingers and toes. They're not thinking at all, because they're not elected officials. They just own a bunch of stuff. they're, I mean, even kings and queens and royalty had some had to answer to the people in some ways, right? Not, but they're almost above kings and queens in that they answer to no one. So the policies they want for themselves, this is what I'm getting. The policies they want for themselves absolutely do not. I mean, maybe they sometimes run in line, but they're not thinking about middle class, upper. They're not thinking about the rest of the population. They're not thinking about the billions of other people. So I'm very heartened, though. I'm very heartened by this read. So don't believe. I mean, believe whatever you want. But that your vote matters. It does. Policies matter. It does affect our lives, and at least right now, until AI takes over. All right. That is all. That is all the tea I have on voting. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. See you at the next one. Bye.